am I wearing a party dress to shoot a video in my room about Game of Thrones? So I've had a little compulsory unpaid time off from work. I'm technically freelancing and my boss technically hasn't booked me for 2 weeks and counting. And with it, I decided to start watching Game of Thrones. Yeah, I know, late to the party, shut up. And by start watching, I mean marathon all 32 episodes in 3 days in time to watch the newest one when it aired. And I was successful! Should I be proud of this? I'm gonna go with yes. Possible spoilers ahead for Game of Thrones, so if you're not into that, then here's your warning. Anyway, so for a while I was catching up, I was kind of idly in the back of my mind wondering where Jon Snow's surname came from. It's obviously not that of his father, and the odds of it coming from his mother are pretty slim considering he doesn't know who she is, and also a wife or mother passing on her surname is nigh unheard of in today's society, let alone in the fictional medieval style land of Westeros. And then a name was revealed for the positively delightful mystery character who had been torturing Theon Greyjoy for the past several episodes, Ramsay Snow. Same surname and bastard status as Jon Snow. So that must be where the name came from. It's a marker for a bastard child. And yes, I realized I could have just Googled that in the first place, but shut up. So anyway, this got me thinking, why is the son being branded and blamed for his father's misdeeds? And this doesn't just happen in the fictional land of Westeros, obviously. Bastard children are a thing in real life as well, and they have been as long as there's been such a thing as the institution of marriage. But then, bastard evolves into an insult. Perhaps it used to specifically insinuate that the recipient of the insult came from impure blood or some such nonsense back when that actually mattered to people. But nowadays it's generally used just like asshole or shit or whatever other generic insult you could think of. Some might use it in a joking manner from time to time as a term of endearment for a friend or something, but generally it's a derogatory, insulting, negative term. With that then comes the nicer form of the term illegitimate child. It doesn't carry that alternate meaning as a general insult, and it can be said in polite company without old ladies getting all at Twitter or whatever. But, I mean, just think about it. Illegitimate child. What does that even mean? Obviously the child is legitimate. It is a child that is in front of you, legitimately alive and breathing. Calling a child born out of wedlock illegitimate almost makes it sound as though you're trying to deny that that child even exists, which is probably something that actually happens to such children rather frequently, unfortunately. But I digress. Either way, when referring to a child born out of wedlock as bastard or illegitimate, you're doing two things. One, you're blaming an innocent kid for something their parent or parents did that they had literally no control over. And two, you're also dehumanizing said kid for the manner in which they were conceived, which again has nothing to do with them as a person and they had no control over. Really, we should all just refer to these so-called bastard or illegitimate children as children just like any other children. But if you must clarify, then I guess born out of wedlock is the least terrible of the ways that are currently used in the modern vernacular. I don't know, you guys, out of all the possible things to dwell on in this series, this is what I choose. This is what keeps me up at night. I don't even know, man. I just want Jon Snow to stop looking so sad, okay? He deserves better! Peace, love, geekdom, Vala Morgulis. Goodbye. That said, Dany's my favorite, and I want to be her. Or marry her. I'm not sure which.